I really enjoy two types of watches, the diver as well as the military field watch. But what if you could get both of these watches in one timepiece? And that's exactly what we have with the Watchdives WD1980 version 2. So this piece here will set you back $75 before taxes. And is it a good price considering it's not an automatic? It's a hybrid quartz, so powered by the Seiko VH31. It's all stainless steel and it gets synthetic sapphire crystal. A unidirectional bezel, 120 clicks. A bit of an interesting thing about the listing and the reality about that bezel, but we'll get into it inside the review. This watch here was sent to me by Watchdives, so I'll be doing an unbiased and honest review as per usual really. So let's dig in and find out what it's all about together. Let's do it. This military diver clearly leans into utilitarian function, but it also has some subtle design flourishes that give it a surprising elegance. Let's look at the dimensions first. While the listing claims a diameter of 39mm, real-world calipers tell a different story, 40.2mm. It is 9.7mm thick, it gets a 20mm lug width and a compact 47.1mm lug to lug. From the side profile, the case flank is horizontally brushed, flat and lean, which keeps it purposeful. But what really stands out are the widening polished bevels that flow into slightly flared lug hoods, an unexpected touch of refinement on a tool watch. Most of the case stays brushed, but the 120-click unidirectional bezel has a tall, polished coinage with wide set, deep notching, making it easy to grip even without bezel overhang. On the right hand side of the watch, we get a guarded sign screw and crown. It's flanked by polished threading, again a small but deliberate detail. As for the bezel insert, well, the listing oddly says sapphire. In hand, it feels and behaves like a deep navy ceramic bezel. It's so dark though that in certain lighting conditions it looks black. A stealthy touch that fits the military DNA while adding a bit of mystery. The canvas strap on here keeps things straightforward and functional. A 20mm width, matching the classic 1:2 ratio with a 40mm case. It's fitted with brushed stainless steel keepers and a heavy-duty unbranded buckle clasp. Now, would it be nice to have some kind of branding on this clasp? Definitely, but it's more of a nice to have than a must have. Flipping the watch over, you'll find a sterile screw-down case back. And paired with a screw and crown, together they secure 100 meters of water resistance. Exactly what you'd expect for a capable, no-nonsense military diver. The bezel, this is good. This is a 120-click unidirectional bezel with a very intentional build. It's slightly recessed into the case. The flank projects past the bezel line, so you don't nudge it off position when you brush a sleeve or a door frame. Despite that recess, it's about 2.5mm tall, so you still get plenty to grab. The coinage has deep, wide-set grooves. They're polished for contrast, but the geometry does the real work. Even with damp fingers or gloves, the bite is positive and you don't slip. In use, the action is clean and mechanical. Each detent is loud, crisp and evenly spaced, with medium resistance that feels deliberate rather than stiff. Between clicks, there is only a light, springy elasticity, not hollow play, so it settles exactly where you leave it. The torque is consistent around the full rotation cycle, no tight or mushy sectors, and alignment at 12 is easy to hit and hold. The insert itself reads as very dark navy, almost black, which keeps reflections down and makes the wide scale pop. Overall, it's a bezel designed for real use first, with just enough polish to look sharp. And now we get to center stage, the crystal and the dial. Up top, we have a synthetic sapphire crystal set almost perfectly flush with the bezel, with just the faintest hairline rise above it. The surface carries an anti-reflective coating, cutting glare, and keeping legibility high in any conditions. Exactly what you'd want from a military diver that doubles as a capable field watch. Beneath the crystal, your gaze is guided inward by a brushed, sloping rehaut. It's fully matte in texture, so there are no sharp reflections, just a subtle radial light play that frames the dial without distraction. This leads directly into the matte black dial, which is all about clarity. There are no applied indices here. Instead, every element, from the mini track to the bold baton markers, is printed in sterile white. The layout is restrained with only 3, 6, 9 and 12 in Arabic numerals, and the brand's logo neatly placed under 12. The Tex Pro Diver and the 100 meters of water resistance rating sit above 6, completing the symmetry. There is no date window on this dial, but there is an option to get the day-date complication, although there you will have a different movement, not the Seiko VH31, rather a Ronda quartz movement. But back to this dial. The handset continues that clean, utilitarian ethos. White sword-style Iron minute hands paired with a slender seconds hand tipped with a crisp arrow pointer. The layout ensures instant legibility in daylight, but in the dark, that's where it really shows its purpose. Not only do we get dial markings loomed up, but it's also the bezel markings. And the scale glows in bright blue, with lume longevity that's impressively strong, something Watchdives has built a reputation for. Driving it all is the Seiko VH31 hybrid quartz movement. This isn't your typical quartz tick. It sweeps at 4 pulses per second, giving a smooth, mechanical style motion to the seconds hand. Accuracy sits at around 20 seconds variance per month, with a battery life of up to 3 years, meaning it's as dependable as it is functional. So what do you think? This is quite an interesting piece in my eyes. It's got sapphire crystal, it's got a stainless steel build, it's got a hybrid quartz, it doesn't cost a ton of money, and it gets those elegant, sporty and functional touches on that case. So the refinement is there. And of course, this is Watchdives lume, which is pretty good and solid at the sub $100 price tag. So I think there's a lot of positives going for this watch. So in my eyes, this is definitely a recommend. If you did find the watch interesting, I've left the affiliate link in the description below the video, as well as some discount codes, as well as a link to my collection. So all of the picks we've discussed in August 2025, everything will be there under one link. As well as that, I've left a link to the cashback challenge. So join my team and enjoy 5 to 10% cashback on anything across AliExpress, I think, except for mobile phones. Anyways, check those links in the description below. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.